You blow the shofar. My bad.
Sorry.
Oh, shit, that sounds like war.
Trooper Kapiyar. Trooper Kapiyar. Banya Howda. Banya Shala.
Trooper Kapiyar. Banya Howda. Banya Shala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Salaki. Come on. Am I good?
Yeah, it's well.
Now we're gonna do the prayers in the Hebrew. Now we're gonna do the Lord's Prayer. Abanaw.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malathwaka.
Tabaa.
Tabaa.
Ratazaka.
Matazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Natalanaw.
Ladana.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Ka.
Yuwam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknaw.
Wasalakna.
Kawawathnaw.
Kabawatna.
Kasalaknaw.
Kasalakna.
Kabawathinaw.
Kabawathina.
Walala.
Walala.
Tabi'ayanaw.
Kabaayna.
Banasaya 1.
Banasai 1.
Abal.
Abba.
Hayashayanaw.
Hayashayna.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Walala.
Walala.
Wata Parath.
Wata Parat.
Laiwalumium.
Malamium.
I'm on.
Aman.
Right now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in the earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our
and
debts
forgive us our debts
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Next, we're going to do the power prayer. Hakak, the power prayer. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim.
Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kasha.
Baba Kasha.
Natalanaw.
Ladana.
Hakak.
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 La Rapa.
La Rapa.
Kal Makala.
Ka Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Makal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Lazahar.
Hamatazarium.
Hamatzarium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahaquium.
Lahaquium.
Hamatium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rakwath.
Al Rakwa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagar Shan.
Lagar Shan.
Bahashim.
Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water I'm on.
Wada Aman.
Next, we're going to do the I.S.U.P.K Breshens player in the Hebrew. Oh, I didn't even read the English right. Boy, y'all need to start letting me know, man. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
I.S.U.P.K blessing prayer in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Ma'akyala.
Why Ma'akala.
Why Alahayim.
Why Alahayim.
Matazab
You had it.
Matazab.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matazab Yah.
Matazab Yah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapium.
Ha Alawapium.
Ha Saranium.
Ha Saranium.
Ha Quatazaanium.
Ha Quatazianium.
Ha Kayayayum.
Ha Quadionium.
Ha Akwatium.
Ha Aquatium.
Ha Yahweh Bahashim.
Yahweh Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Now we're going to do the blessings prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Now we're about to do the Psalms 121 prayer in the Hebrew. Asha,
Asha.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium,
Ahaharium.
Ma'ayan,
Mayayan.
Yabaa,
Yabaa.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah, Ma'aim,
Ma'aim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Aisha.
Shemayam,
Samayam.
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan,
Al Yatan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Regalka,
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Al Yalawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'a,
La'a.
Yanawam,
Yalawam.
Wala,
Walala.
Yayishan,
Yayishan.
Shawamar,
Shalomar.
Yashal,
Yashal.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Zalka.
Al Yad,
Al Yad.
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka.
Yawamam,
Yalawam.
Hashamash,
Hashamash.
La'a,
La'a.
Yakaka,
Yakaka.
Wayarach,
Wayarath.
Bilal Yala,
Yalala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Macau Rai,
Macau Rai.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Ath Napashka,
Afnapashka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Tazaatka,
Tazatka.
Wabawatka,
Wabawatka.
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aita.
Wide Awalam.
Wad Abalam.
Now we're gonna say the one Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made the heaven and the earth.
which made the heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yashala
he that keepeth Yashala
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Y'all ready? Now we're about to do the Psalms 83 prayer. Alahayim,
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Dalamika.
Al-Thakrash,
Al-Thakrash.
Wa Al-Tashquat,
Al-Tashquach.
Al,
Al.
Kayahanach,
Kayahana.
Awaya Biakia,
Wayabiyaka.
Yahama, Yawan.
Am Yawan.
Man, I need my glasses. I don't have them. I don't know where they went. All right, whatever. Rash,
Rash.
Al-Imaka,
Al-Amaka.
Yaira, Yamwa,
Yaira Yamwa.
Sawada,
Sauda.
Wayatha,
Wayata.
Yai Tazawa,
Yai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazawanyaka.
Ha Amarwalaka,
Amar.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Hold on. Wanakathiyadam.
Wanakathiyadam.
Magaiwa.
Nagawa.
Wa Allah Yazakar.
Allah Yazakar.
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Idiyaka.
Idiyaka.
Bariyathwa.
Bariyathwa.
So it's like Bariyah.
Bariyah.
Yakar Wathwa.
Yakar Yathwa.
Allah Ahalia.
Ahaliya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamayala.
Wayashimala.
Hold on. All right. Mawabwa.
Mawaba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Nabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Palashath.
Palashath.
I'm Yashabya.
I'm Yashabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawath.
Nalawath.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarwai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Yawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha Laham.
Asher Laham.
Oh man. Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Bawkhal.
Bawhal.
Kwayash.
Kwayash.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandaira.
Bayandaira.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Dama.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada Yamabwa.
Yamahawwa.
Mababa.
Yabmawa.
Yamahawwa.
So like Karab.
Karab.
Was a car.
Was
Wakaza Abwa.
Was a Kazahawwa.
Wakaza Bak.
Wakazabak.
Wakaz Tazalmanai.
Wakazalmanai.
Kal Nasayakma.
Kasnak Yakma.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nairash.
Nairash.
Lanawa.
Nanawa.
Ah. Naawath.
Naawath.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rawaka.
Rawaka.
Kash.
Kash.
Oh, select it. Kaash.
Kash.
Ta Ba'ira.
Tabaira.
Yaira.
Yaira.
Wa Kalabaha.
Wakalabaha.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haharyam.
Ahariam.
Khan.
Khan.
Tharadapma.
Tharadapma.
Basairika.
Basairika.
Wabas.
Wabas.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapatka.
Wapathka.
Ta Ba'alam.
Tabalam.
Ma'ala.
Ma'ala.
Panya Adam.
Panya Adam.
Kwalawan.
Kalawan.
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Shamka. There we go. Shamka. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashawa.
Yabashawa.
Wa Waya Bahalawa.
Wayaba halawa.
Wayaba ha'alaba.
Id.
Id.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya kapawa.
Waya Habadwa.
Waya habadwa.
Waya Da'idwa.
Waya
da'aiwa.
da'aiwa.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya atha.
Shamka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Oh man. Id.
Aid.
No, it's Id Yawan.
Aid.
Al Kaha Al Kai
Okay.
Ha Arataza.
Ha'arataza.
Oh man. That is some small print.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against my people.
against my people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yasharallah
That the name of Yasharallah
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee.
are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the Hagarenes,
and Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal
and Ammon
and Ammon
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
and the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has also joined with them.
Ashur has also joined with
They
them.
have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kasan,
at the brook of Kazan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
They make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Orab
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all the princes of Zabah
all the princes of Zabah
and as Zamunah,
and Azamuna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
Let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as a fire burneth the wood,
as fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
Oh
Lord,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right. And with that, we can Mashabia, which means to sit.
Oh.
Oh. Pull that straight. Pull that.
Put this in the middle.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Lathan by Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right, and today is I.S.U.P.K. San Antonio Sabbath service. So today is I.S.U.P.K. San Antonio Sabbath service, where we keep where we show the Sabbath day is just as ancient as the Sabbath day is just as ancient as the Passover. It's just as important as the Passover. The Lord said 7 days he made the earth. 6 days he made the earth, and the 7th day he rested. This is our day of rest. This is our day of rest. You know what I mean? So this day right here, we go back into the Hebrew and the ancient Assyrian, and we read that because that is a part of our culture, right? So if you don't want to come to Sabbath service, you don't really care about your culture. And for all those brothers that's out there not doing the Sabbath day, you don't really care about your culture, man. You don't want to do your culture. You don't care about your culture, and you just really spitting on the face of your ancestors. Ayala, can you grab that? Okay. You're just really spitting on the day. You're just really spitting on your ancestors, man. You're spitting on King David. You're spitting on Christ, man. You're spitting on the Most High, because the Most High told us to keep this day separate and keep it holy. Right, that's what the Most High told us. So we must. That's what we must do. We must keep this day holy. That's why the Sabbath day, this place should be filled up with people. The chat should be filled up with people. You know what I mean?
We didn't do the one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, you have time. We do. Don't worry. The school should be filled up with people. Hey, Shalom, sisters, y'all right? Ooh, tomorrow. See, the sisters love us, man. They love us. Tomorrow, Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? Most High in Christ. And if you don't want to come to Sabbath service, man, and you off today and you got time to come to Sabbath service, only for a couple hours. You know what I mean? That means you really don't care about Sabbath service. You don't care about the Lord's Sabbath. You know what I mean? You want to just be at home and take a day of rest, which is perfectly fine after Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Take a day of rest after Sabbath service, man. It's perfectly fine that you want to go chill and you want to, you know what I mean? You want to do whatever you want to do, because the Sabbath day was made for man. You know what I mean? That's perfectly fine. You want to go to the gym, you want to cut the grass, or you just want to chill and relax and watch a movie. You can do that, but do it after Sabbath service, man. Do it after Sabbath service. Don't spit on the reputation of Christ, man, and the reputation of the Most High, and all those brothers that had to put in the work to keep the Sabbath day alive. You know what I mean? Don't spit on Commanding General Yohanan and those generals. You know what I mean? Because they had to keep the Sabbath day alive. Don't spit on the men above you, man. You know what I mean? Don't do that, because at some point in time, we wasn't keeping the Sabbath day. At some point in time, we had no knowledge of the Sabbath day. But since 1969, the knowledge of the Sabbath day has been back in the earth, and we have been doing the Sabbath day. You know what I mean? We have been keeping the Sabbath day. So now, when we get a chance to keep the Sabbath day, we should keep that. We should be, this place should be filled up. You know what I mean? The chat should be filled up. Especially if you don't have a Sabbath day going on in your city, and this is the closest city to you. You know what I mean? You understand, right? This place should be filled up. The comment section should be filled up. It should be 1,000 brothers in here. You know what I mean? 1,000 brothers and 500 sisters or something like that. I don't know. It should be, but people don't care. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna get a chance to rest. I'm gonna rest," which is perfectly fine. Just do it after the Sabbath service. You know what I mean? All right, Salakia. I just had to get that off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Salakia.
What's up? You want to start? Genesis chapter 11, verse 1?
Yep, that's where we at.
Oh, in the Lakwan Kodash.
Yeah.
Wahai. Waya Haya. Cow. Karataza. Oh, this is getting like into that stuff. Shapa. A hat. What? Wadabarium. Ahadium. Wahaya.
You ready to read today? Yeah, you are.
You got it.
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya. Oh, I just can't. Okay. Banasa. Banasam. Banasam. Quathiadam.
Makwadam.
What? Like, can you say that again? What Quadam?
Makwadam.
Which you need to-
Makwadam.
That's right. That's right. My bad.
What?
Look, we working on
Maya
no chairs. Okay?
Mataza.
Maya Tazaawa.
Mhm.
What? Qua?
Bakwa I.
Bakwa I. But Arataza. But Erataza.
Mhm.
Sit. Shana
Shana Ire.
Air. Waya Shaba.
Mhm.
Waya Shaba.
Mhm.
Sam.
Mhm.
Waya
Amarwa.
Waya Mara.
Mhm.
Ayash.
Ayash.
It's like Ow.
Rai Hawa.
Raihawa. Ha.
Haba.
Haba.
Mhm.
Now. Actually, no.
Nala Bana.
Nala Bana. Labanan.
Labanyam.
Labanium.
Mhm. Wanashar Pa.
It's like you said what?
Wanashar Pa.
You said what button Shapa?
Wana
Wana.
Shar Pa.
Oh, Wana Shapar. Shapar.
Slack. Hey, go up.
Oh, you said go up?
No, not you. Go up on the computer. Okay, got it.
Next one. La Shar
La
Pa.
Sharapa. La Sharapa.
Mhm.
Wata Hai. Wata
Haya.
Haya.
Mhm.
Laham.
Mhm.
Halabana.
Mhm.
Laaban.
Mhm.
Waham. Waha.
Kamar.
Kamar.
Kamar, yeah.
Waha Kamar. Haya.
Genesis.
Hay.
11.
Hay.
Laham.
Genesis
Laham.
11. And
La Kamar.
what verse we
La
at? I think
Kamar.
we have 5, right?
Now we're going to 4.
4.
So Genesis 11 and 4.
You have the Bible Hub app?
Oyomara.
Mhm.
Haban. Nine.
Nabana.
Nabana.
Mhm.
Lana. I.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ayar.
Ayar.
Like Ayara, right? Go ahead.
Wa.
Wamagabal.
Wamagabal.
Mhm.
Wa.
Bara Shaw.
Like you said.
Oh, Wa Ra'ashwa.
Wa Ra'ashwa. Ba.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim. Wana Ash. Wana Ash.
Wana Aisha.
Wana Aisha.
There's paper towels up there.
Lana.
And that ziploc bag. Can you grab me a cup?
Sam.
Lanawa.
Oh no.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Mhm.
Lanawa. Han.
Mhm.
Napash.
She fine, sis.
Oh.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, Napa Wataza?
Mhm.
She fine.
Napa Wataza. Wait, where do you get that? Oh, okay. Napa Wataza.
I'd rather that.
Okay, okay.
I got
Oh.
Mhm.
Pana.
Panya.
Panya.
Mhm.
Cow.
Mhm.
Ha'arataza.
All right, verse 5.
Verse 5. Where you arrive.
Mhm.
Yahweh.
Mhm.
La. Or what?
La Ra'ath.
La Ra'ath.
Mhm.
Etha.
Mhm.
Ha'arat.
Ayar.
Ayar. It's like. What Atha.
Mhm. Hamagadal.
Hamagadal. Aishar.
Mhm.
Banawa.
Mhm.
Banawa. Ba'ana.
Banya.
Banya. Ha-Adam.
Mhm.
Waya Amar.
Mhm.
Yahweh.
Mhm.
Han.
Uh,
Hana.
and then I'm.
I'm.
Mhm.
Ehad.
Mhm.
Wasapa. Oh, we want to know this one.
Washapa.
Washapa.
Mhm.
Ahat.
Achath.
Ahath.
Mhm.
Lakalam.
Lakalam.
Wa'az.
Wazah.
Wazah.
Mhm.
Hahalam. Or
Mhm.
Hahalam. La'as.
La'aishawath.
La'aishawa.
Wa'atha.
Wa'atha. La.
Mhm.
Yas.
Yabatazar.
Yabatazar. Maham.
Mhm.
Kal.
Mhm.
Ashar.
Ashar. Yeah.
Yas. Yaza.
Yazamawa.
Yazamawa. La'ashawat. Or La'asawat.
That's close enough.
La'ashawat.
Okay, verse 7.
Ha'aban.
Mhm.
Naradawa.
Mhm.
One.
Wanabala.
Wanabala.
Mhm.
Sam.
Shapatham.
Shapatam. Ashar.
Mhm.
La.
Ashamawa.
Yashamawa.
Ayash.
Ayash. Shapat.
Mhm.
Ra'ahaw.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh,
Let's go for it.
Go ahead and get in the English.
And it's a we're gonna get you right. It's a very important thing. This brother right here is working his culture. You know, so I'll give the trooper a hand, man. You know what I mean? He's doing his culture. You feel me? Like, and he's taking his culture back, and he's taking his language back, and he's up here learning. You know what I mean? While everybody's at home resting and chilling and everything, in here we are serving the Lord, and we are taking our culture back. You know what I mean? And this brother right here, like, to be here at Sabbath service, he slept here. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? To be here at Sabbath service because he didn't want to miss it. He slept here. That's a real that's a real warrior right there. That's a real soldier to come here and struggle on reading a language he'd never read before. To come here and struggle on a language that he knows absolutely nothing about. But he's doing it. And he's doing it for the Most High, and he's doing it for Christ, man.
Mhm.
And he's doing it for the men that's going to be below him. He's doing it for the men that came before him. He's doing it for the sisters. He's doing it for the children. You know what I mean? He's doing it. And that's just, and I'm like, it just makes me smile. You know what I mean? It just makes me smile. You feel me? I know I give you a rough time, but it's my job. That's right. Dedication. And it just, you know what I mean? You feel me? Go ahead. Oh, what's up?
I was just gonna say, it reminded me of remember that clip that I showed that one class about the Native American that was talking about language during the time of Babylon, the Tower of Babel.
Yep.
And how basically language is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Language is a weapon that's been used against us. We had our ancient language thousands of years ago has been dead for thousands of years, and only now are we coming back and reawakening that language because we were conquered and forced to speak different languages, which in turn made us forget our culture.
That's right.
If you could destroy a people's language and erase it off the earth, then you could destroy their lineage and their culture and their identity. And so coming back to that, of course, is a weapon in itself, and it's a weapon that not a lot of people are willing to try to hone. So coming back to it is definitely one of the most important things we could do.
Yeah, it's bothering you, huh?
Yeah.
I got you.
So like,
And on another note, you feel me? Because the Chinese people come over here and they speak Mandarin. They have whole places of Chinatown where the words are written in what do you call it, in Chinese and in Mandarin. That's what that, like, you dig what I'm saying? And nobody ever tells them anything about it. So how can anybody here say anything to my brother trying to read his language? You know what I mean? How can anybody say anything about that? Nobody can say anything about that. I don't care if you're in the fake Israelite group. I don't care if you're in the world. I don't care if you're a Christian. You can't say anything about anybody learning their culture. You know what I'm talking about? We go to high school, right? We go to school and they give us Spanish class, which is not our language. That's a slave language also. So we can trade one slave language for another slave language, but we can't read the Lashawan Kodash. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? I know high schools that teach Japanese and all these other different languages, but ain't nobody teaching this Hebrew. So you come in here in the I.S.U.P.K, you get to learn Hebrew. You get to learn your culture, man. That's just the most important thing ever, man. From the law, statutes, and commandments to the high holy days, to your language. You know what I mean? To the dress code, to the foods we ate. You dig what I'm talking about? You get to learn your whole culture in one. And that is the most important thing ever, man. Everybody, all Black, Hispanic, and Native American people want to go off to be Islam, Rastafarian, want to be Pan-Africanist, Christians, everything else up under the sun except want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, their actual culture, man. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we do this. That's what we do. That's basically our job, is to teach our culture to our people. That's basically our job. You know what I mean? Hey, and Christ died for this culture. Christ died for this culture and the people in it, the bloodline of it. You have something to say, sis?
No, I was just gonna add to when you talk about Chinatown, even their banks cater to their language.
For real?
Yeah. Yes. They have banks, Chase banks in Chinatown that cater specifically to Asian groups.
Man, they don't even have it. And when we say speak English a little different, they say, "Why don't you speak English correctly?" What you mean speak English correctly? I'm speaking English correctly. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody in here knew what I meant when I said that. Just they didn't know what I meant. You know what I mean? If I say, "Hey man, I gotta go wash the whip," everybody, y'all know what that means. They don't know what that means. What are you talking about? Cool Whip? You know what I mean? If I say, "Man, I need some bread," we all know what I mean, right? They be thinking like sliced bread. I be thinking like, nah, like cheese. You know what I mean? Butter. You know, you know what I mean? What was I saying? I think I was saying it last week. Like, oh man, I was hating because I'm dipped in butter. You know what I mean? Everybody out there was laughing and giggling. They knew what I meant. But if it was another culture, another nationality out there, it would have been like, what's he talking about? Is he slick? Like, you know, so I'm dipped in butter, man. Like, just leave it alone. Yeah, not literal, you feel me? But that's what they think, because that's how that's how their mind works. You know what I mean? But our mind don't work like that, because, you know what I mean? We Jacob. We cool like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you how many words we use for cars, how many words we use for money. Like, it's crazy. Wow. And that is our culture. That's right. That's right, young man. Ebonics. You know what I mean? You ready?
Come on.
Let's go ahead, man. Let's go ahead. Let's go. We got a doozy. You know what I mean? This one right here is the chapter right here. You know what I mean? We've been going through the generations of Noah's children, right? And then we talked about Nimrod, and we talked about Canaan, but now we're going to get into Nimrod and his kingdom on the earth and what happened and all that. You feel me? You ever heard of the Tower of Babel? We're finna hear about the Tower of Babel right now.
Oh, so I know what to tell you about. You told me a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Where they tried to get together.
Yeah, but the Tower of Babel was the ancient Babylonians, right? They're ancient Babylonians. That's the first Babylonian kingdom, right? And they basically started paganism. You feel me? That's where you see a lot of different hell days here in America come from those. You know what I mean? And every culture just adopted it and then switched it to their names, and then added something or took away something and did this and did that. That's what they do. You know what I mean? So we're finna see the beginning of it. That's why we're in Genesis. Genesis means the beginning. And that's what we're finna see. That's what we're finna get to. All right. Go ahead.
So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was one. Was of one language.
The what?
The whole earth was of one language.
The whole earth was of one language. Right? I wonder what language that was. Go ahead.
Lakwan Kodash.
It sure was, because it came from Noah and his 3 sons. And what language were they speaking? They had to speak Hebrew. That's their culture. So the world was of one language. That's why if you go back far enough, all of these languages would sound the same, or they would have the same words, like all the languages of the East. Even like using in the Mandarin language, the Chinese language, they have like words, like prefixes of words that sound just like ours. You know what I mean? Because they come from that language. You feel me? All languages come from that language. Because so the Hebrew is the oldest language on the planet, because all the other languages was wiped out during the flood. You know what I mean? So now Noah and his 3 sons had to come back and replenish the earth, but they only spoke one language because they had to communicate with each other. So these are all their children's children. You know what I mean? That's on the earth speaking one language to each other. All right, go ahead.
And of one speech.
And of what?
And of one speech.
One speech. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar.
Of Shinar.
Shinar. And they dwelt there.
Right. So in Genesis 10, they were talking about that Nimrod founded Babel, and he founded a couple other cities, I think it was Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It was like in Genesis 10, right? It was like Sodom and Gomorrah, Babel, and it was another one, but it was in the land of Shinar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now we talking about Shinar again, because that's where he started the cities at. Nimrod when Nimrod was explorer, he's a mighty hunter before the Lord, and he was going to go basically found new places. You know what I mean? It's too packed over here. All right, we're gonna go over here. That's why he said they went east. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
Right. So basically, they're just showing us how they made their building stand tall. You know how you stack a brick, and you got that little crease in between, that little stuff in between. It's called mortar. So that's how you make the bricks stick together. So it's just an ancient way of making bricks. You know what I mean? That's what they're explaining to us, how they made bricks. Most High is very specific. He's not leaving nothing out. You know, the Most High don't leave nothing out. You know what I mean? The Most High, and then if he leaves it out here, you can go back and you can go into later scriptures in the Old Testament or New Testament, and it's gonna have something to explain about it. You dig what I'm saying? It's gonna have something to explain about what he left out. It's very, very specific. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven.
Whose top may do what?
Reach unto heaven.
Yeah, and that's what the heathen nations do. They try to They try to want to be the Most High. They try to play with the Most High, and they try to do things like that. Even now, they go up into space. They're trying to go up. You know what I mean? Trying to create a space force. They went to the moon in 1969, so they say, right? I don't know if it happened or if it didn't, but that's what they say. So maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I just know they haven't been back.
Right.
They haven't been back to the moon. What's his name? Elon Musk and what's that dude's name? Jeff Bezos. What's up?
Oh, they're trying to plan to make another trip back to the moon.
Yeah, last time they tried to go back to the moon. Remember in the 80s when they tried? I'm asking y'all because I know these two don't know. But remember in the 80s when they tried to go back to the moon and they had that one teacher on there, and the spaceship blew up. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just know they haven't tried to go back after that. You feel me? Something must have scared them from going back up there. They must have went up there, seen something, was like, and jumped and came back and was like, we're gonna try to go up there again. They tried to go up there again, spaceship blew up. It was like, it's not what it is. But if they want to try to go back, hey, try to go back. Maybe they got weapons to fight with whatever was up there now. I know what was up there. We know what was up there. They don't know what was up there. And they should know because our classes are free. They should know our classes are free. Camp videos are free. You can come ask questions and all that, and we'll tell you what's up there. We'll tell you who it is. We'll tell you. But you know what they say. Oh, you niggas don't know nothing. All right. Hey, Most High in Christ. You know, so clap it up for them that think we don't know nothing. You know what I'm talking about? So we got the advantage. Because they think we don't know anything, we have the advantage. All right, no sweat. We just show you that we don't know anything. You know what I mean? You know, when Christ returns, we'll see. You'll see. You know what I mean? You'll see. Christians, if you think you know everything, and then we tell you don't know anything, and then when Christ returns, we'll see. We'll see. That's how things were decided in the old days. War. You know what I mean? When we won a war, the Lord was with them. You know what I mean? That's how that's how things are done in the olden times, by war. And I.S.U.P.K has won many wars. I don't think we ever lost a war. When's the last war you've seen us lose? I don't remember. I don't remember. Captain Tazariak wars with everybody, and he won with against body bags against everybody, and he's still winning. Officer Davidat tells us Officer Davidat told us, he was like, I remember when I was a trooper, he's like, Captain Tazariak was beating the conscious community, Christians, Islam. He said he beat everything in a matter of a month. Week after week after week, he said he was seeing everything being destroyed. I said, oh my goodness. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, this must be the truth. It's got to be the truth. I was watching the videos, like, oh my God. You know what I'm talking about? That's in the Bible? You know what I mean? Captain Mashart, forget about it. You know what I mean? Forget about it. He goes out to camp. You know what I mean? I'm taking all questions. Like, oh, snap. All questions. And then he asks the question and he has the scripture. You know what I mean? He knows you feel me? That's in there. You know what I mean? Officer Davidat showed me a video about Captain Mashart. He was told him, the white man asked him, why do white people go to the moon? Give me that scripture and whoa, that's in there. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, that's in there. You know what I mean? When Officer Davidat was showing it to me, I was like, oh my goodness, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the truth. You feel me? Like, and it's just so astounding to know that you can find all the answers in our book. Our book. You know what I mean? You want to know about World War III? That's how we know about World War III. You ever seen Terminator Judgment Day? Yeah, you remember when all that when they dropped bombs on that city and she was at the gate and all her skin melted off her flesh? Yeah, they got that from the Bible. You ever seen what's it called, Independence Day? Yeah, you haven't seen Independence Day. What about War of the Worlds?
Oh,
You seen War of the Worlds?
Aliens come.
with Tom Cruise or whatever his name is, and they had to be, and they was blowing the big trumpet or whatever, the aliens, and boo, and then fire came. Yeah, they forgot that from the Bible. Yeah, but yeah, well, it wasn't. For real?
What? These monsters that rest on the Sabbath day.
What?
Oh, y'all gotta remember that when they let me know. We gotta see that. That's a Brotherhood movie.
Whoa.
That's a Brotherhood movie. You dig? Yeah, tomorrow. But yeah, they get all these things from the Bible, from our book, from our culture. The things that our ancestors wrote about, that's where they get it from. You know what I mean? They're not getting it from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They're not getting it from the Book of Mayal. They're not getting it from any other book except the Bible. That's it. They're getting it from our records, man. And then to say that we don't know anything, but then they're using our records. You know what I mean? But that's how they do that. That's how they do us. You know what I mean? That's how they do us.
I'll do one. I had another one. Another example was like you talking about different aliens and how they try to use our theme in their stories, right? I grew up playing a game called StarCraft, and there was an alien race on there. There was a very righteous race of aliens, right? It's crazy because these aliens had braids, and because they had these braids, they were more than just hair to them. It was like a way for them to communicate. So they all had the same thought. They were all of one mind, basically. Oh, yeah. And if you were to cut your braids off, then you're disconnected from that one mind. And so that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because they had that same theme, and that's biblical. Like that's especially with the braids. You talking about, you know what I'm saying? They even look like black folks too, man. It's crazy.
Hey. You said so they cut off their braids and they was cut off from their one mind and one understanding.
Like they were leaving the truth pretty much. You know, if they cut that off.
Hey,
and then part of the story was them taking back their homeland, like they took that straight from the Maccabees, the book of the Maccabees.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
When Samson got his hair cut, you know what I'm talking about? You feel me? He was able to be conquered. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I understand that totally. Well, let's keep going on.
And let us make us a name.
Right, so they want to get a name off the Most High. They want to go up to heaven and be like, "Oh yeah, we was the first ones in space." You know what I mean? Like America did. Nobody else has ever went to the moon, tried to go to the moon, so America has to stick to that claim. You know what I mean? That's how they get their name from. That's why they want to be. That's why they're the greatest. They're the only country that ever dropped a nuclear bomb. You know what I mean? That's where they get their name from, their reputation from. You understand that? You know, you're like in the streets, they be like, yeah, you feel me? They messing up my name in the streets, not their name, like their actual reputation. You know what I mean? And we all have reputations. You feel me? Like the I.S.U.P.K, that name has a reputation, a rapport of being
home of the truth.
Home of the truth. I was gonna say real niggas, but yeah, you know what I mean? Being home of the truth, being where you can go to get safe haven. Tomorrow War.
Yeah, that's another one.
Have I seen that? I want to say I've seen it
on Netflix, right?
Oh, we gotta watch that out. We got the Tomorrow War.
I think I've seen the Tomorrow War.
I think I've seen it too, bro. I think I've seen
Tom
it
Cruise
too.
in it?
No, it has
Chris Pratt, and he goes back in time or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen that. Okay, all right, yeah. Go ahead.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I see that. We was talking about that. Yeah, I seen that.
With the aliens and all that. Okay,
Chris Pratt be in some movies.
Least we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Right, scattered abroad.
Keep going.
Well, read lest we be scattered abroad.
Come on. Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Right, that was they said. We got to go up into heaven and make a name for us, so or we're going to be scattered abroad across the whole earth. So we got to go up to the Most High and get a name. We got to go reach up to heaven and get a name and be the greatest thing on this planet ever. You know what I'm talking about? but the Most High didn't want that. Remember, the Most High divided all the in Genesis 10, right? The chapter before that, the Most High separated Ham's children, Japheth's children, and Shem's children.
Right.
He separated all of them. You know what I mean? Divided them and gave them their own lands and their own everything, and then they want to come together and go against the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
Comes down to verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded.
Right. So now the Lord came down there to see, you know what I mean, what was going on. Oh, so I separated y'all and gave y'all your own lands, and now y'all don't want to be scattered. Y'all want to come the land of milk and honey. I mean, not the land of milk and honey, the land of what do you call America? The great melting pot. There we go. You feel me? Y'all want to be the great melting pot. I gave y'all your own lands. I gave y'all your own cultures. I gave y'all everything for y'all to do and to be a part of, for y'all, for to be separate. And now y'all want to come together and be a great melting pot. And look what happens when y'all become a great melting pot. Y'all want to come up and challenge me. That's how the Most High felt. You know what I mean? That's how the Most High felt. So y'all deliberately disobeyed me. like Lion King. You know what I mean? He told Simba.
I remember that quote.
Yeah, you deliberately disobeyed me. You know what I mean? Like that. And the Most High is not playing. The Most High is the Most High. He don't play that. Do he play that? Do he play that? I'm happy we all understand that he don't play that. You know what I mean? That's what we learn here in the I.S.U.P.K, that the Most High ain't to be played with. But in the Christian church, they play with him all the time. They play with him all the time. What's up?
You know, it's crazy too because people think that that they have some kind of status on the earth. You just seen that telescope that they just made.
You don't know?
Where they made this brand new telescope that can see so far into space that it sees other like galaxies. And you want to mess with the being that created all of that?
They lying.
You know what I'm saying?
They lying. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
Show me the galaxy. Take me there.
Like they looking like you could see past the stars and you see other like clusters of stars. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I want to go check them places out. But y'all want to still smoke weed? Come on, man. We still got to get things right here. Y'all want to still speak all one language? We're supposed to have our own languages. You know what I mean? Why can't we just follow the rules instead of trying to do our own thing, thinking that we're going to get to the same result, which is what? Prosperity and advancement of you know what I'm saying? Our what do you call it? What's the word again? The quality of life.
Right.
That's the word. You can't have a good quality of life and expect that to continue to grow when you disobey the Most High.
Of course, they have a quality of life, and they have a quality of life, and they want to hug trees. The tree needs a hug. They want to go hug trees and something like that. You know what I mean? Then when they hear crickets, they say the earth is talking to me. You know what I mean? But that's because they're high. They're on drugs. They're smoking the earth. They're smoking the earth. You feel me? And eventually they just. You feel me? They say all you niggas don't know nothing because we can't smoke weed. But then they smoke weed and want to hug trees. The tree don't hug you back. You know what I mean? Like you feel me? That's like the women in the Christian church. That's like the women in the Christian church. They make love songs to the Most High and to Christ. Yeah, and you know what I mean? Like right. Really, yeah, you know what I mean? Like why would he want you? You feel me? Like you feel me? You don't keep none of the laws, statutes, and commandments. You don't do anything he told you to do. Why would Christ want you? Why would Christ want you? You feel me? Like it's asinine to me. But then they tell a man here on earth, you know what I mean? You can't tell me what to do. Christ can't tell you what to do. He hasn't like when the last time Christ talked to you? Never, right? I know he sent me to talk to you. So shut up. And you feel me? Shut up. Get into the class of I.S.U.P.K. Learn your culture, learn the history, and actually learn something. And don't just be at church jumping around, hooping and hollering and clapping at songs at R. Kelly songs about R. Kelly songs about Remember when R. Kelly made a gospel album? Boy, that was the greatest gospel album ever. Everybody was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, this that." At the same time, he's molesting little girls. Yeah, they're absolutely right. They're twerking in the church while they're clapping. You feel me? But they got the big name up in the world. You know what I mean? They got the reputation in the world to be the Christian church, to be the place where God is. No, the place where God is right here in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yohana. That's where you find the Most High at, man. That's where you find Christ at, man. I never get it. I never get it. And we all used to be lost in the Christian church and just that Catholicism. We all used to be lost in there. Good Barakatah Yahweh Shai for commanding General Yohana and bringing us out that mess. Because it's just mess. It's a whole big confusion and nothing. Everybody's sleeping around with everybody. I did more wickedness in the Christian church than I did in the world outside of the Christian church. Real talk. That's everybody in there, because there's no laws, there's no, you know what I mean? We think we can do whatever, and then Christ's still gonna come and save us, and you know what I mean? We still gonna be saved. We could do whatever though. We still gonna be saved. No, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. But the truth is that we give our sacrifice for Christ, like Christ sacrificed for us, and then we will be saved. The Most High in Christ for that. Go ahead.
Which the children of men builded. Like
right, the children of men builded. They didn't say anything about Shem's people. You know, they didn't say anything about Shem's people and who he chose to take his name on and reputation on, the Most High's reputation. It said the children of men, not the children of God. There's a difference. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language.
Right. The people is one, and they have all one language. Right. So when we come to America, what?
Oh no, I was just on my place.
All right. So when we come to America, when we are in America, right, and America wants to be of one speech and one tongue and one understanding, and 4th of July, everybody want to pop fireworks and all that because we want to be one with America. The Lord don't want us to be one. The Lord don't want us to be one. I see you working that touchscreen over there, Art. You feel me? Who you, Tony Stark? You Tony Stark now? Yeah. But like the Lord don't want us to be one. The Lord want us to be Israelites. The Lord want us to be Edomites. The Lord want us to be Ammonites and Moabites and Elamites. He want us all separate in our own land. You know what I mean? He just wants one. He just wants one nation to rule. That's the kingdom of heaven, which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You feel me? He wants one nation to rule and all other nations to be subject to that because he taught us how to rule properly. When we rule, we're not going to be murdering people for no reason. You're not going to just be killing people for no reason and things like that. We're going to give them off day because the Lord said they have to have the Sabbath day off. We can't make you work on the Lord's Sabbath day. You can have that day off. Don't worry about it, man. Y'all got it. You know what I mean? But they're going to work. They're going to work. They're going to build our kingdom. But I mean, we can give them an off day. You know what I mean? We're not going to make them eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster.
Right.
But they will eat chicken beaks and chicken. What they call chicken feet, pickle chicken feet. You know what I'm saying? They're going to eat that. They're going to eat pickled chicken beaks and chicken feet soup. They're going, huh? Yeah, and feathers, and they're going to eat that. You can, go ahead, man. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe during I don't know about it, but maybe during Passover we got to give them some lamb. You know what I mean? And some with bitter herb and some wine. You know what I mean? One piece though. You feel me? Don't get too comfy. Don't get too comfy. You have to eat a piece and a piece of unleavened bread. Yeah. Calm down, Esau. You feel me?
And yes, there's medium. There's not medium rare. That's well done.
It's absolutely. It's well done. It's yeah. You know. Yeah. It's well done. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. And maybe one day we'll give them like what's a cut from the cow that's just like like chitlins or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? Straight up, cow feet. You know what I mean? Y'all gave us pig feet. Here, you could get. As a matter of fact, I feel generous today. Cut them cow feet off. You feel me? We slaughtering those big cows. I got the big, you know what I mean? Give them the cow legs. You feel me?
The booty meat.
Yeah. No, man, that's good steak.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's good steak right there. Give them the give them the cow feet, the cow face. What's that called?
tongue.
The lingua.
That's barbacoa, right?
Yeah, barbacoa, right? Well, it is good though. You know what? Don't give them that either. No, really?
Cook the manure.
Yeah,
That's cooking the manures with smells bad, so they can do that.
Yeah, you feel me? Give them the intestine. Give them the cow chitlins.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, yeah, go ahead. No. Oh, they're gonna be like, the water, sir. No sweat. Y'all got it. You know what I mean? That's nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna go everywhere and drop off the rest of the cow. You know what I mean? Hey man, I brought some cow hooves for your slaves, bro. You feel me? Cow feet. I brought them for your slaves, bro. You got it. Oh. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, sir. What's going on? Officer Kanak in the building. Let's keep going.
And this they began to do, and now
No, have one language. Let's just start at verse 6 again.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language.
Right.
And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Right. So since the Most High separated everything, and then they came all together, now they think they can do whatever. They think they can go to the moon. You know what I mean? The Most High didn't permit them to go to the moon. The Most High didn't permit them to go to the moon. The Most High didn't permit them to build a big tower and be all one and love each other. You know, the Most High didn't permit that. The Most High didn't permit that. You know what I mean? So since the Most High didn't permit it, keep reading. Everything that they can imagine. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
So now these the he's talking to the angels. He's giving some orders to the angels. Now what did he tell the angels? Verse 7 again.
Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
Right, because the angels didn't like it either. The angels was like, how dare I don't disobey the Most High. I don't disobey the Father. What makes them think they can disobey the Father? You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? The angels looking like, what? Excuse me? You feel me? That's that Christian church. The Christian church said they could disobey the Most High because Satan disobeyed the Most High. Satan never disobeyed the Most High.
Right.
Everything that Satan that the Most High tells Satan to do, he does. Satan has to get permission. When the Satan was wanted to go mess with Job and his family, right? He had to get permission. He had to get permission from the Most High. He didn't just go do it. You know what I mean? He had to get permission. They had a whole conversation about it. And then the Most High, he was just like, have you considered my servant Job? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see. Go ahead, because he ain't gonna do it. I know he's not gonna do it, but go ahead and go do whatever you need. Just don't kill him. Don't kill Job. You feel me? And like that's the like. I don't understand how the Christian church missed that part. They always talk about it. They be talking about Job. They talk about Job. I don't see how they missed that part. Right.
Somebody said, being that the Christian church teaches, don't they teach like confusion on purpose though? Isn't that like Esau's way of like throwing us off?
Yeah, basically, but they just teach the reason why they teach confusion is because it's
because they don't know how to teach the scriptures.
No, it's not that they don't know how to teach the scriptures. Christianity came at not Christianity, but when they taught us Christianity, they taught us to be good slaves through Christianity. You know what I mean? They taught us how to be good slaves through Christianity. So when they taught us the Christianity, they're just teaching us how to be good slaves. That's why even today, That's why even today in the Christian church, they care about the white man, and they care about when you start talking about start talking about that we're better than all nations and God don't love everybody. The first thing a Christian says is the white man. He don't worry about Chinese and Arabs and Japanese, and he don't care about nobody else but the white man. Why is that?
Is it like a hypnosis?
Basically, it's like it's PTSD. It's PTSD. You don't want anything to happen to your slave master. You know what I mean? They don't want nothing to happen to their slave master. And I'm pretty sure it's like that all over the world. Those African, the Israelites over there in Africa, I'm pretty sure they'll fight tooth and nail for those Africans. Just like the Christians fight tooth and nail for these white people. And it's just like that. What's up, sis?
So like I said, it's just like the school system though, right? It's just like they have to teach a certain criteria. Like the white, it comes off from the white man. Like
Yeah.
the school system teaches a certain criteria. It's just like the churches have to teach a certain criteria so that way they can, receive whatever they are. They're taking their orders from the white man.
Basically,
they have to follow their criteria so that way they can keep going on and doing whatever they're doing. Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I got a question for you though. Do they have to? No, they don't have to. No, they don't have to. Commanding General Hanna doesn't. The I.S.U.P.K don't. So why do we want to? What's the point? What's the point of it? What's the point of being a Christian church? Basically, well, what's the point of the pastor and the Christian church?
Caters to their lips.
You remember when Christ was there and they was telling Pontius Pilate was telling them, this is your king. You know what I mean? You want me to kill your king? And they said, we have no king but Caesar. Was that everybody saying that? Who was saying that? The leaders. The pastors was saying that because the pastor is the one that got the nice houses. The pastor is the one that got the nice cars. The pastor is the one that send their children to colleges and white colleges, and the pastors get everything. But the whole congregation is just they're poor. They're catching the bus to church. You know what I mean? They're living in the neighborhood that the church is in. The pastor's not. Yeah, the pastor's not. The pastor's not. So it behooves the pastor to keep everybody asleep. It don't behoove Commanding General Hanna to keep us asleep. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with what's his name? Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad, when Kennedy died, right? When Kennedy died, Malcolm X said something that I don't know that he wasn't permitted to say. I don't know why Elijah Muhammad would stop Malcolm X from saying anything about the white devil. If he's really the devil, you can say you can say the roosters came home to roost, right?
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
When what's that white boy name that shot up the elementary school in Sandy Hook?
Oh, that's a while back. I don't even
Yeah, that's a while back. But what did we say? We basically said the same thing. You know what I mean? You taught him how to be a murderer. Now you're mad because he goes and murders your children. You know what I mean? Which is absolutely right. Which is absolutely right. But since they were looking for political gain in Islam, they're looking for political gain. You can't say that. They told Malcolm X he can't say that. And when he said something, they took him all. They stopped him from speaking. Commanding General Hanna is not going to stop anybody from speaking the truth. You know?
Yeah, right on time.
Yeah, right on time. You feel me?
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? They're looking for gain of the world. We're not looking for gain of the world. We're looking for the next world. We're looking for the next kingdom to come to gain. We're not looking for gain here. We can't gain anything here. We've tried. We did everything to gain here. Even with superstars, the Whitney Houston died a drug addict and broke. So did Prince. Only thing he had was his estate and the stuff that he owned and the publishing and all that he had to fight back to get. He had to change his name to get so they wouldn't keep taking his publishing and things like that. You know what I mean? They're rich and they die drug addicts. We can't get the game. You can't get the game. What's his name? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was old as I don't know what, and they brought up something 40 years, 50 years, 30 years back to try to put him in jail. Like, there's no gain for us here in America. There's no gain for us here in America. Just like if Shem's children was with them in the Tower of Babel, there would be no gain for him. There would be no gain for him because he's gonna be like this. The Lord didn't tell us to do this because he's trying to please the Lord and serve the Lord, and everybody's like, the hell with the Most High. We're gonna build a tower to heaven and challenge him. And he's there. Shem's children probably gonna be looking like, what the hell? Yeah, you know what I mean? This is not what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Just like the I.S.U.P.K, we're telling our people, hey, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. You feel me? We're telling the whole world we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, bats, rats. You know what I'm talking about? Then they be like, we don't care what you're talking about. Then the coronavirus hit. We was trying to tell y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we trying to tell and the classes are free. They're online. You can go online and be like, and you know what I mean? But they don't believe it until the Most High destroys everything. Everybody didn't believe it until it started raining for 7 days, and then it was like, I don't think this rain gonna stop. Maybe Noah was right. Yeah, maybe Noah was right. Then they tried to go see Noah. Like, can we get on the boat? Hell no. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Most High didn't permit that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Close them doors, son. All the animals, close them doors. Let's go. You know what I mean? Hell no. Nah. Most High didn't say you could. You was good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all understand that?
Okay.
All right. And the same thing's gonna happen here in America. Same thing's gonna happen here in America. When the time comes, they're gonna be looking for the I.S.U.P.K to be out there on the corners. Go ahead. They're gonna be looking for I.S.U.P.K to be out there in the corners, and Commanding General Hines is gonna be like, no more camp. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta meet here and get all the supplies and meet here, and so we can all be together and you know what I mean? And that's gonna be you dig what I'm saying? At that time, they're done for. You know what I mean? Oh, because what we do here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, if Commanding General Hana gives the order, what do we do?
We scram.
No, what do we do?
We follow orders.
We follow orders. We follow orders. That's what we do. We follow orders. You feel me? You understand that? All right, because that's just following orders. That could be the difference between life and death. Let's keep reading on.
Come on, concept. That they may not understand one another's speech.
Hold on, my bad. What happened?
That they may not understand one another's speech.
All right, so they wanted to go down and confound them, so they don't understand one another's speech, so they can never communicate with each other again and try to challenge the Most High. You know what I mean? They can never speak the same language again. Even now, when we try to speak the white man's English, right? We speak it with a slang.
Right.
Even with my Hispanic brothers and sisters, when they speak Spanish, they speak it with a slang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, they speak it with a slang. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Cardinal is an actual is an actual Spanish word. Is it?
It's short for carnalismo.
Okay, but it's not the real. It's like saying bruh.
It's like saying brother of my kinfolk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what up, bruh? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what up, fam? Basically, that's what I'm saying. Like, you feel me? Like, we don't even speak that language correctly. All the slave languages, we're not speaking it correctly, and we're not gonna speak it correctly. That's not us.
Oh, I thought that was...
That's not us. Even in Hebrew, we speak a slang Hebrew. We speak it. It's like, you know what I mean? We speak it slang wise, right?
Right.
It's not a proper Hebrew, like, you know what I mean? It's a slave language. I mean, it's not a slave language. It's Ebonics, even for Hebrew. That's how we get down. But hey, confound them languages. Like the Most High, we confound them. We don't care as long as we understand what we're talking about. If I say Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb, we all know what I'm talking about. If I say Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shai, we all know what we're talking about. You feel me? They just don't know what we're talking about. And good.
They got their Yiddish.
Yeah, even then, yeah, they got their Yiddish. And it's so gay.
It is.
It's so gay to speak like that. It's so like I don't take it how they say the odd, the bod, the god, the e, the gi, the b. Yeah, that's just so. It's so effeminate. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. They're fitted for destruction. You know what I mean? And their languages too. That's it. All right. With that, Amajim, you ready? Yeah, you coming? Yeah, you here?
Wait, but you didn't want him to do it? To get practice, start learning the league.
Hey, I'm gonna talk to you after class because you need to start on Fridays. You need to start looking at that last Shwan Kodash class. I'm gonna start making sure you check in somewhere. You too. I don't know if you too.
It's every Friday. We meet with Officer.
I don't care.
The die one.
Oh, you watch it?
Sometimes.
If you check in, I'm gonna see if you check in. I'm gonna call Officer Goodnight one as soon as the class is over with. You feel me? Until we get our Lashon Kodash class. Oh snap! You good?
You just making up for earlier, huh?
Yeah, ain't no count.
You trying to get him drunk?
Yep.
Laya Shala.
Laya Shala. It ain't that bad, right? Dismount. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. Go up here. Nah, I didn't got that. Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
the other drink I had last night was it. Say his name again.
Trooper Ayara.
Banya-
Yahawada. Banyashala.
Trooper Ayara,
Banya Hawada, Banya Shala. Salute.
Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shabarakatha.
Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shabarakatha. Now come on. You like mine?
Kwam Yashala.
No.
Oh.
Laya Shala.
La Ashala.
Laya Shala. Take it.
I was trying to hit that note. I like that other note.
Right now, it ain't the time to be playing the trumpet.
I like it.
But now we can Mashabio, which needs to sit. Right now, it's time to be playing the trumpet, G.
Do like the NFL theme song.
Do I says
You got the app?
Yeah, the
Bible Hub. Go ahead, man. We at Genesis chapter 11 and verse 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
iPhone
so when you
got
go
it
to
in
the
there
stretch
strange.
before.
Oh yeah, go to hold on. Before you do that, click on interlinear.
All right.
INT on the bottom row.
Talk to your husband.
Yeah, right there.
He got some stretches. I'm
What
pretty sure
verse
he got some
chapter?
stretches. We learned the stretches
Verse 8.
together.
Chapter 1, verse 8.
In Hebrew Academy, we learned the stretches together. I'm pretty sure he got some stretches for your back. You feel me? And you just hit them every hit them every day. I had to start hitting my stretches every day because my back and it was starting to tighten up. So I started, getting on the ground and actually hitting them stretches up, baseball. You know what I mean?
Oh, you talking about those stretches?
Yeah, that's how you stretch out your back.
Track stretches.
You feel me?
You ready?
Wow. Oh, you want me to try it first?
Yeah.
And you too, help your mom out.
Why?
Get out there with her and stretch.
Why your pots is
Why your potters are Yahweh?
your how? Mm-hmm.
Them. Oh, my bad. It's like
A thumb.
a thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Mesem.
Masham.
Masham. Al
Mm-hmm. Panya.
Panya, Kal,
Mm-hmm.
Ha, Aras,
Ha'arataza.
Hayarataza,
Mm-hmm.
Wa, Ya,
Khadalwa.
Kadalwa,
Mm-hmm.
Leb,
Labanath.
Labanath,
Mm-hmm.
Harir,
You should know how to. This should be a word you know.
Here,
Ha
Here,
Ayara.
Ha, Ayura.
Look at what the word says. The city
So homework, huh?
is part of your name. Yeah.
It is.
Ha
But
Ayara.
don't worry, I got
Ha,
homework.
Ayura.
My
Yeah.
homework form.
Al, Can,
Where
Can
you
ye? Wait, the verse now.
going? Yeah. Khan. It's actually.
Khan,
Mm-hmm.
Qua Araz,
Mm-hmm.
Se, Ma'a,
Shema.
Shema,
Mm-hmm.
Babel,
Yeah. Babal.
Babal, Ka,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Sham.
Sham,
Mm-hmm.
Ba, La'al.
Mm-hmm. Balal.
Just hippies. Just hippies.
Oh, no, I think I left it here.
He said he left his hippies here.
I'm sitting right there when it said,
You sit right here with the hippies.
well, like on the end of the couch after we was done.
Hey, grab me my rib hippies.
You was on Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
Shapat,
Mm-hmm.
Kal,
Don't matter.
Ha, Rataza,
Khan.
Don't you want me to look flop?
Masham.
Yumasham,
Mm-hmm.
Hepa,
Hapatazam.
Tazai,
Hapatazam.
Hapatazam,
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh, Al,
Panya.
Panya, Kal,
Mm-hmm. Ha'arataza.
Ha, Pa,
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and go to the next
I
one.
ain't in that. I ain't in that one.
Elah,
Mm-hmm. Allah.
Tu, Data,
Thawaladath.
Dawalata,
Yeah.
Shem,
Mm-hmm. Sham again.
Sham,
Mm-hmm.
Me,
Ban.
Ban,
Mm-hmm. Ma'atha.
Ma'ata, Sa,
Shana.
Shana, Waya,
Walad.
Walad,
Mm-hmm. Why? So put it together.
Wayalad,
Mm-hmm. Waya Walad.
Waya Walad,
Atha.
Ata,
Arapakshad.
Arapakshad,
Mm-hmm. Shanathyam.
Shanathium,
Mm-hmm.
Alahar,
Achar.
Ahar,
Mm-hmm. Hamabawal.
Hamabawal,
Mm-hmm.
Waha, Shem,
Mm-hmm.
Aharataza,
Which one you want? Right here.
Mhm.
Hacharaya.
Hakalraya,
Yeah. Hawa Yadwa.
Hawa Yadwa,
Mm-hmm.
Atha,
Mm-hmm.
Arpa, Arapak,
Yeah. Shad.
Shad, Arapak Shad,
Mm-hmm. Hamash.
Hamash,
Ma'awath.
Ma'awath,
Mm-hmm. Shana.
Shana,
Wayalad.
Wayalad,
Mm-hmm.
Bun,
Mm-hmm.
Bunya,
Banyam.
Banyam.
Let them try it.
Tansa.
Let them get it wrong first.
Bano, what?
Wabanawath.
Wabanawath.
Mm-hmm.
No, say single letters. How would you say that? Yes.
You talking about just that one by itself?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that. I can't see.
That's actually a sa, but that's not part of the sentence. That's
No.
just kind of
Punctuation.
yeah. All right.
Wa Artpod.
Wa Arapak Shad.
Wa Pakshad.
Mm-hmm.
Ha
Chaya.
Chayam.
Mm-hmm.
You
Kamash.
Kamash.
Mm-hmm.
Sa Nada.
Washalashium.
Washalashium.
Mm-hmm.
Wa Oled. Waya
Walad.
Walad.
Mm-hmm.
Ata Shalom
Shalach.
Shalah.
Mm-hmm. All right, verse 13.
Wahad Arpak Sad
Mm-hmm.
Harataza
Acharaya.
Kayara
Mm-hmm.
Ata.
What you looking at? Oh, do the begat. Let me hear that one. How
Dal
Yaladwa.
How wild Yaladwa
Mm-hmm.
Ata
Mm-hmm.
Salah
Shalach. Mm-hmm.
Shalah Salah
Shalash.
Shalash
Mm-hmm.
Sahane no
Shanyam.
Shenyam.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Arabai.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'awath.
Sayana.
Mm-hmm.
Why Yalada
Yeah, Wayalad.
Yawalad
Mm-hmm.
Ba
Banyam.
Banyam
Mm-hmm.
You on
Wabanawath.
Wabanawath.
So a good thing about these verses, if I could, sir, is we're repeating a lot of the same words. A lot of foundational words like the word years, shanyam, or the word sons, banyam. And then you start to notice the things that are similar with them. When we're talking about plural version of anything, you'll either see it add a yam at the end. You'll see a lot of examples, like the word begat means what? Or how does it pronounce? Wayawalad?
Yeah.
Begat, right? So you start to see a lot of these words multiple times.
And you're gonna see the difference between the prefix and the suffix.
Mm-hmm.
So it might say wa awalad one time.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of ha awalad.
And it is good to tune into the Hebrew classes that the brothers teach, because they go over real basic things like the names in the Hebrew or the numbers from 1 through 10, things like that, right? So that when we're reading, you can kind of see how that fits into how we read it and the little minor changes that add to it, like a difference between 2 or 20. There's a difference between 100 or 10. And you see how it's written in here. And it's a little bit easier to put it all together just from knowing the letters. You know what I'm talking about? So verse 14.
And it is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It is very important because you're gonna get there one time and they're gonna call you and in front of all of Israel, in front of your wife, in front of your your kids, you're gonna get up there and look stupid. And you don't want that. You don't want to look, you don't want to go up there and look stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then that's how we know it's being taken serious.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be amazing if anybody from San Antonio gets pulled up, say we're at Passover or, any of the major feast days, and you got General Muhammad up there and They call you up there, and then you be able to speak that Hebrew in a decent rate, and they gonna be like, "Who's your camp leader?" So wow, y'all must be really locking in. You know what I mean?
I got something to say.
Yeah.
And then what if you don't get up there and read the Hebrew and you and you don't know any Hebrew? They're gonna be like, "Who is your camp leader?" And you're gonna tell them, and they're gonna be like, "You know what I mean?
See me later.
See me later." Yeah, so see me later. You know what I mean? And he's gonna remember I said they're not gonna chew you out. They're not gonna talk. They're not gonna check you, but your camp leader will get checked.
Mm-hmm.
And now the check is now when your camp leader get checked, who you think he gonna check? Who you think Officer Dog gonna check? You think he gonna check you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He gonna check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he gonna check Ayalawan and myself and Ayalawan. He's not gonna check you. Why haven't y'all been teaching these brothers the Hebrew? You know what I mean? So y'all's telling me he come to Sabbath service every week and he don't know no Hebrew. Just like the other day, we was on. I'll tell you later. Go ahead.
He got one more verse.
No, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Wa Sayala
Washalah.
Wa Shala
Hmm.
Ha
Kaya.
Kaya Sala
Shalashim.
Shalashim
Mm-hmm.
Sena
Yeah, Shana.
Wa Yolad
By Yawalad.
Wa Yawalad
Mm-hmm.
Ata
Mm-hmm. Ibar.
Ibar.
There you go.
We
All right, so now in English, going back to verse 8 in English.
Ooh, we man.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 8. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city.
Right. So now the Most High, they went down and confounded their language, right? And then the Lord scattered them abroad. Like, yeah, again. You know what I'm talking about? You go over there, Hamites over there, Japhites over there, and over there, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all been over there chilling. Now nobody can understand nobody, and now everybody's on their own. You know what I'm talking about? What's up?
Hey, Slog, it ain't no different than when you're getting after multiple kids because they've been rowdy around the house together. What's the first thing you do? Separate them. You tell them, you go put your nose in the corner over there. You sit over there. You over there. And I need y'all to not say nothing to each other. You know what I mean? And the Most High did that with the whole planet.
You know, hey, real talk. The Most High did that with the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me he ain't the father. Tell me he ain't the father. You feel me? And then it says, and they left off to build the city, right? So they ain't building the city no more. They can't build a city. Somebody was working over here. Somebody was working over there. Nobody can. You can't explain what to do. That's and Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We still see that today. You know what I mean? When people can't talk to other people, they need translators. You know what I mean? Joe Biden can be talking to Putin with translators in between, telling the translator to say something, and the translator, like, you know what I mean, say the whole opposite thing. You feel me? Joe Biden can be telling the translator to tell Putin and them that you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We gonna give y'all what's the name back, and it's gonna be peace on the earth and this that, and the translator like, yeah, we're gonna drop bombs on y'all. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you feel me? Or the translator can be telling them what Joe Biden's telling them, and then that translator over there with the Russians is telling Putin, they said they're gonna drop bombs on us. You know what I mean? You never know. I've always used like with what's his name? Osama bin Laden. Right? Osama bin Laden was sending videos and things like that to America, right? The whole time he could be saying, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know what y'all talking about. The whole time he could be saying that. We don't know that. I don't speak that. You know what I mean? Would they? But every time I heard it, it was in English. You know what I mean? So he could have been and it was saying, "Oh, death to America" and all that. But he very possibly could have been saying, "I didn't do it." You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't me. Look at your leaders. It wasn't me. He could be very possibly saying that. I don't know. I don't speak Arab. You know what I mean? That's just how but that's how the the white man is the devil.
Right.
He played tricks like that. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just saying. Keep reading Slack. That's just the way of language barrier. That's just the way how it's hard to communicate with different languages. You know what I mean? And people. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Therefore is the name of it called Babel.
Called what?
Babel.
What's the name in the Hebrew?
Babylon.
Okay, there you go. The name in Hebrew is Babylon, but Babel. You know what I mean? That's why when somebody's like, you ever heard somebody speaking like, and they be like, "Why are you babbling?" You know what I mean? That's what we say about the Christian church. They be like, "Hashamana haya, Hashamana who, Hashamana." Like, well, y'all babble. Y'all just over there be babbling. You know what I mean? That's where that word comes from, because nobody could understand what everybody else was saying. The Christian church not saying any words anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Until somebody translate it. You feel me? But ain't nobody gonna translate it because they're just making up words. They're just making up sounds and stuff like that. At least when we read the prayers in Hebrew, we also read the prayers in English too. So that way we know, you know what I mean, what we're saying. When we read the scriptures in the ancient Assyrian, then we turn around and read it in English. You know what I mean? That's how you speak in tongues, right? You speak in tongues because somebody needs to translate it. Right. Somebody ain't translating it. You're not really speaking another language. You know what I mean? That's right. Go ahead.
Come on. Because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth.
Right. The Lord confounded the language of all the earth. The Lord did that. That's what I'm talking about. Most high in Christ. Most high in Christ. I don't want to speak a slave language anyway. I'm upset that but that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? I grew up learning a slave language. I had no idea that it was a slave language. You know what I mean? What about you?
I know.
What about y'all? Y'all had any idea it was a slave language? I didn't know. You feel me? At least now our kids can know it's a slave language, and they're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna know Hebrew from. You feel me? That means when they get my age, they're gonna be speaking fluently. Ooh-wee. When they get your age, they're gonna be speaking it fluently. When they turn 20 years old, they're gonna be speaking it fluently.
Man, that's heavy.
You know what I mean? They're learning their culture again. She never celebrated Christmas. Never. Not once. Not once. You know what I mean? Give her a hand.
I was about to say.
Give her a hand. A child that doesn't know anything about Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, birthdays. Most high in Christ. You feel me? Because right now kids be like, they be looking for that.
Yeah. They
look for that because they're treated like a god on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And cuss their mama out on that day and nothing happens. No trouble or anything. Because it's your birthday. No. Never. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? And do you think she's gonna teach them about Christmas? Teach her about Christmas? She's gonna learn about Christmas in school. When the time comes, draw a Christmas tree. Or color, they give a pretty, you know what I mean? Like I know when I was a kid, they used to make hand turkeys for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Childish. How you know I want my son or my daughter to be doing that? Shouldn't you get permission from me first? You know what I mean? No, they don't do that. They don't care about what you think. They're there to indoctrinate your children. Go ahead,
Come. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
Right. He just saying it again. Go ahead.
Verse 10. These are the generations of Shem.
Right.
Shem was 100 years old and begot Arphaxad. Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begot Arphaxad. 500 years and begot sons and daughters.
Right.
And Arphaxad lived 530 years and begot Shalah. And Arphaxad lived after he begot Salah 403 years, and he begot sons.
They live in 900 years, bro. Like
I'm trying to understand, like,
yeah, you feel me?
like how
y'all
in
not-
shape are you at when you're 400? You know what I mean? Like,
obviously in good shape because they still having kids. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously he's in great shape at 400 years old.
man,
You feel me? Like they still having kids. You know what I'm talking about? Like
I'm trying to get back to that.
I'm trying to get back to that too, bro. I can't. But in the kingdom of heaven, but we can't even fathom like we can't even fathom the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? No matter how much we talk about it, this might happen, this is gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen, but we can't even fathom it because we never seen it.
Right. Cause like Salakia, that's heavy. Cause like, when do you feel like you hit your prime? 20 something? When is it? 25?
I'm not even I ain't even hit my prime
So
yet.
you just hit 25 and imagine just staying the way that you looked right there for like hundreds of years. You know what I mean? And it's because of that I'm like, man, I couldn't possibly try to, sell my soul to be a part of this world, to be because people think that they're all big in this world, celebrities and stars and whatnot, but you only live in like 70 years.
Michael Jackson died at 52.
You know what I mean?
Bernie Mac died at 52.
No.
Prince died at 50.
You know what I mean?
We're not living to 72. And then nowadays, the first trimester,
No, the first trimester.
it's the first trimester for most of us now. It's the first trimester, and then they fight for that right. Boosie said, if you make it to 25, you is OG. What do you mean? What do you mean? OG at 25?
Right.
Should you just like have a little bit of rank in your gang or something at 25? No, at 25 niggas is OGs. I know some niggas that made it at 20 and been through most than anybody. Like, bruh, you feel me? My uncle did. My mama died. You know what I'm talking about? My daddy got shot up. You feel me? I'm looking after 7 other kids. You feel me? At the age of 21. You know what I mean? Like, it's rough. It's rough out here. But the kingdom of heaven is going to be totally different. Totally different. Like, totally different. And there is an end for it.
Like I was just going to add to that. And then our fact said it was 400 and he was still having children.
You do what I'm saying?
And no one else. We probably would have called him facts. Just to shorten it. You know
right. That boy drinking. That boy said facts. Man, like, yeah, what up? What my boy facts right there? What's good? What's good, G? You talk? Yeah. It's like straight up.
That's a cool name. I wonder what that name means. I don't even know what that means.
Right. We have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
I got that book somewhere. That's up there.
Salakia. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
What verse was you on?
13.
Okay. It's already one, but go ahead and finish that though.
And begot sons and daughters. Verse 14. And Salah lived 30 years and begot Eber.
Mm-hmm.
And Salah lived after he begot Eber 403 years and begot sons and daughters.
That's in verse 14.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. And y'all know Eber. You know what I mean?
That's where it sets it all off. Right there.
Eber it sets it all off. That's when he's like, okay, now Eber's the one I choose. You feel me? Because Abraham was a descendant of Eber. So right now we're just getting we're getting lineages. So when they say don't strive after genealogies or lineages ain't important, that's a lie. If lineages wasn't important, we wouldn't even know Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, one of those 12 sons. We wouldn't know our registry. We wouldn't know. You know what I mean? We wouldn't know. We wouldn't know this right here. It wouldn't be in the Bible if it wasn't important. But it's very important. Our lineages are very important. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even know where Edomites came from. We wouldn't know who Edomites were.
It's our family tree.
Yeah, it's our family tree. There you go. A family tree. And when you go to school in the public school system, they tell you about a family tree and all that. But then they say like, "Oh, we don't give a damn about that." In the same breath, What do you mean you don't give a damn about that? I never met my grandmother. I never met my great grandmother. Never met none of them. You know what I mean? Because they were they were all dead before I was even born. You know what I mean? So when I go see an old person, I talk to them. I wanted to get all the information. So what happened? And you feel me? I'll be asking all. So in the 60s, right? Yeah. So I'll be asking all the questions because I need all the answers. I need to know what happened. I could watch as many documentaries and read as many books, but for somebody that was there, you know what I mean? Like that seen it, I need the whole information. I need to know what happened. And they was able to tell them, you know what I mean? Because like they were able to tell them about the flood. You feel me? Our Faxad was not our Faxad, but what's his name? Shem. Well, Shem told our Faxad about the flood. He was born 2 years after the flood. They was telling him about the flood. Why is there so much water over there? Oh, because it flooded. You look, check it out. You feel me? And then Dad said, build the boat. You know, like you feel me? So we was building the boat, and we was like, man, what you think? You think the flood really gonna come? Hey, Dad's a prophet. We were building the boat. We built the boat. You feel me? We got all the animals. We got on the boat. You feel me? Because you know that's how we talk. We all got on the boat, and then next thing you know, it started raining for 7 days. And I was thinking like, maybe we should go on the boat. You know what I'm saying? And then Pops was like, no, not yet. And then the 7th day, Pops was like, you know what? I think it's about time to get on the boat. So then we got on the boat, and then we was just floating and floating and floating. But first, everybody else tried to get on the boat, but then Pops was like, nah, no boat for them. And we closed the doors on them. Boom. You know what I mean? Just like after this destruction, we're gonna what they say is this the man? You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be telling our children, like, yeah, they used to have us in slavery, and they, you know what I mean? There was a man named Philando Castile. They shot him in front of his children and his wife. Him walking on all fours? Yeah, him that's walking on all fours. I don't believe that, Pops. No, for real. Like we was there. Look, boy, I seen it. I y'all don't want to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
They had this dude named Hitler, bro.
Yeah,
Hitler.
We like the white man, the devil, because he's a white man. He was putting other white men in gas chambers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For real, like they're gonna be telling them about everything that happened. You feel me? Like for real, like he put his knee on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Him. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're gonna be looking like that man. No, like you feel me?
Salakia.
Tell me some more story. Martin Luther King got shot. He got shot. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying?
Salakia. I shouldn't even be asking this question, but I was gonna ask, like, would there even be movies in the kingdom that talk about stuff like that? Because some of them things that you'll be seeing in the movies, if it touches on any of that, will show the unlawfulness of it, and I don't know if that's gonna even be allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I say something?
Go ahead.
You read the Bible?
Huh.
You know how so many brothers in the Bible did unlawful things?
Yeah.
How Solomon was building temples, and we read about that.
Is there as a lesson, right?
Yeah. So why wouldn't it be a movie about the brother that that was wicked and evil and selling drugs and pimping women and whoring out women and all these different things, and then he changed his life and came into the truth.
Damn,
and got the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Why wouldn't he be talked about?
It'd be like the story of Captain Cod. You know what
I'm
saying?
You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be talked about? Why wouldn't the brothers be talked about? That's and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be movies. I like movies, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make one.
You'll be a director?
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make one. You feel me? Feel me? You feel me? I might. I don't know. No, I'm not going to go that far. You know what I'm talking about? But you feel me? Yeah,
big budget, right?
We might blackwash. Yeah, you feel me? Make them feel like they didn't do anything in life. They're like, yeah, we blackwash. We was everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Everything's already blackwashed though. You feel me? But not blackwash, but dark skin wash. Let me say that. I don't want to be blackwashed. That's. I don't want to play. I don't want black people to play Hitler or nothing like that.
Right. Yeah. True.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's just it. You feel me? So I want to watch the movie though. Like we could read the book though. I know there's going to be books and they're going to be like, we're going to keep this Bible and we're going to add on to it. You feel me? It's going to be more Bible, more books. You feel me? Like, dang, the book of Commanding General Yohana. Whoa, you know what I mean? Like, you feel me? The book of General Muhammad. Hey, what happened with him? You know what I'm talking about? He was wicked, filthy. You know what I'm talking about? Then they became great. They was linked together for 30, 40 years, and you know what I mean? 50 years, and they at first it was just them. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You feel me? First they were gonna have the 1969 and the seven men that started school and all
That'd
that.
be a movie right there,
Right?
man.
And then they're gonna go all the
way.
way up until everybody left. You know what I mean? Then they're gonna just pop back in with Commander Junior Honda, like then it's gonna go back to the past, and you know what I mean? It was just them. They was all celebrating Passover just one deep in the, you know what I mean? 2 deep, 3 deep. Yeah, in an apartment, but they was keeping the Passover. And then the next year, more brothers came, and they was warring out in DC and warring out in Philly and you know what I mean? Then Cap Tazariot came, and then they said that's the brother that's gonna give you New York, and he went back to New York and conquered. You know what I'm talking about? Then they started sending them brothers from Houston. You know what I mean? Called the school. They were doing this and doing that, and then they branched out, and then San Antonio grew, and then you know what I mean. This sister came, and she, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Wife of Hangabar, and then the other wife of, you know what I mean, of Tapasar. They came down there making great camp meals and bringing tacos and Sabbath service. And we had it. Then there was a brother named Kapiar and a brother named Ayara. You know what I mean? Okay. Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? We were just talking about what was gonna be in the new Bible. Just, you know what I mean? It could be anything, you know what I mean? Like whatever the Most High story feels.
Yeah, and that's all up to him. If he orders for that to be made, then of course we're gonna do it. But
every time there was one brother named Kabar, he was blind,
mm-hmm.
and he taught class and no, you know what I mean, no notes, and it was, you feel me, like the classes was fire, like, you feel me, you feel me, you dig what I'm saying? That's how, like, the classes was fire. Like, he was trying to go out to camp. They told him, no, you can't go out to camp. So he was like, never forget it then. I'm just going, you feel me, I'm just going to teach all the class. Like, like, you feel me?
Well, it's going to be like for our Dr. Kabar was blinded three
Yeah.
before, and
Yeah, you feel me? Just like that. Like, then he was like, he wouldn't give up. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to read it. Like, oh, who is this brother?
He'd be like, I don't need to see the movie. I lived it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, right. I remember when Captain Mashak, I remember that day. You feel me? I remember that Passover. Like, you feel me? But it's gonna be left for our children's children.
Right.
So they can read it. Just like we reading about our ancestors now. You know what I'm talking about? We reading about our facts. We just gave them a nickname. You know what I mean?
That was in Genesis.
Mm-hmm. Now we're reading about our ancestors. 5,000, 6,000. I don't even know when Genesis was. Genesis was way before that. You feel me? Genesis is way before that. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Because, like, that's just it. All right, y'all ready? You ready to get up out of here?
Come on, sir.
All right, with that, I'm marching. My knee. Want some more?
Mm.
You don't want no more?
Mm.
You sure? You feel me? You sure? Cause
Water. La Charlotte.
Laya Charlotte.
blow it.
Okay.
La Charlotte.
La Shala. Take it to the face. Take it to the face.
You can get a scroll right.
Hold on. No, hold on. No. Can you help me?
Like
we
lifted up?
got to close it.
Yeah.
How y'all want? Here we go. Right shoulder. All right. Blow the horn one more time.
Okay.
Which means to start and turn the face to east. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer in English in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kuwa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Call, Yuwam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawathiyanawa, Walala, Taibeayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hayashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Walala, Wata Pa'arath, Livalumium, Amon. Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, we're gonna salute the Torah. Salute the scroll. Blow the trumpet one more time.
Okay.
We gotta close out the prayer.
Turn the whole thing.
Yeah, just lift it up and turn the whole thing. Here we go. Yeah, with the family in the back. Yeah. So, hey, la raza. I don't even know what that means, but no, I mean, no, la raza, right? The race. Come back, come on. There you go.
Watch that cup right next to you.
Watch that cup right next to you. Is it good?
Hold on.
Good. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
So it's Majim. You're gonna Majim Shabbat. And the Majim. Come touch your chest, touch the scroll.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
There you go. Or you go back. No. Oh, slide.
Turn the whole thing.
You forgot already? Y'all gonna.
I'm sorry to use those little handles.
Yeah, scoot this way a little bit more.
Let me on here.
Is it good?
Turn it that way a little bit.
We're gonna put the scroll back.
There you go. That's good.
All right. Now we're gonna give one courtesy. Y'all can shit. So just sit. I don't know where y'all gonna sit at. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Amadu Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Rakatah. Daddy Matah. Hands down. Then we're gonna start turning to face the sisters. Sisters, you can stand. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Alatan Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yahweh, Shamar, Al, Atah, Bashem, Yahushai.
All right, Yadamatah, hands down. Class dismissed.